The newest Mariner is Jake Willets coming over in a trade from the Atlanta Gladiators in exchange for Tyler Drevich. And the Mariners also getting a future consideration in the deal. Jake joining us now. Jake, thanks for being here. How you doing?
Good. How are you? Thanks for having me.
I'm good. Thanks for jumping on, like I said. And being the newest Mariner, fans obviously not too familiar with you or your game. So if you could just give a quick background on where you come from and what's your style of play?
Yeah, I'm a defenseman from Monroe, Michigan, a little town, small town south of Detroit. Grew up playing hockey in the Detroit metro area. Played college hockey at Fair State for 2 years in Lake Superior State, and made my way to the pro. Style of play is I'm a two-way D man, heavy on the defensive side. Have some good offensive skill that I definitely like to use. So no, I'm really excited to be a Mariner.
And what if you noticed about playing defense in the ECHL? This is going to be your third season, your second full season. But coming from other leagues, Division I, et cetera, how has your style of game had to change, if at all?
I think obviously, you're playing against, older guys. Sometimes in college you get the 19, 20-year-olds that are fresh off juniors and, they're not fully matured yet. Obviously playing the pro ranks, it's, you're playing against guys that, could be 30 years old who played pro for 10 years. So it's definitely a different style. You got to be heavier in all facets of the game, whether it's passes, it's, in the corners, it's defending. So it's it was definitely a little bit of a change, but I think after my first full year, it should be I know the league, I know how it works, so it should be a good second year.
You started your career in Toledo, then you got traded to Atlanta, and now traded to Maine. So all that happened in just a couple of months, really. So how do you deal with that? As a professional, getting moved, let alone twice.
Yeah, I would say I was playing Toledo. It's kind of 30 minutes in my backyard from home, so that was a little bit of a not a shock, but it's part of the business. So it's kind of preparing yourself for you never know what's going to happen. Just kind of dealing with it, going every day by day, and just being happy where you're at and happy to be able to play hockey. So
We were talking prior to recording about some of your friends that had played in Maine and getting an idea of what it's like here. So what have you heard about the state of Maine or the organization, and what's your level of excitement in joining the Mariners?
yeah, I heard the organization is great. Knowing a couple players from past years, Grant Gabriel, Nate Callan, both had nothing but great things to say about the organization, the city as a whole. I've heard the seafood's pretty good, so I'm looking forward to trying that. And I'm really excited to get out to Maine and get started.
Yeah, you're a seafood, or if you are a seafood guy, you definitely will enjoy it here. No question about that. As we mentioned last year, your first full year pro. As you've moved through the ECHL, how have you felt your game has improved from the college game?
I think it's definitely improved a lot. College, I was more of the offensive side. Um, I thought I did really well in that aspect of college. And coming out, I know I needed to be better defensively and harder on pucks and defending better. So I definitely think over my first full year of being pro, that's definitely been my most improved aspect of my game for sure.
And the North Division will actually be the third division you'll get a chance to play in now. Obviously, sometimes you play those out of division games in the ECHL. Do you notice the style of play change from division to division?
Yeah, there's definitely a little bit. I feel like playing the Central there with Toledo, it was a lot of high pace, fast paced skill game. And I was in Atlanta, they still have those skilled players, but it's definitely a lot heavier. So I'm looking forward to seeing how it is in the new division again. So
Well, last thing for you coming into training camp now, what do you hope to accomplish personally this season?
I think personally, just playing the best that I can play, helping our team, get as many wins as possible and pushing them to the playoffs. I think for me, it's just, coming day in and day out, ready to play and, being asked, playing the roles that you're asked and, just being ready for anything.
All right, Jake. Well, we appreciate a couple minutes once again. Nice talking to you and looking forward to meeting you in person here soon.
Yeah. Thank you. Look forward to it too.